Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm right in my hands is Deprog number 3. This is an interesting series. It's actually kind of fascinating. So it's written by Tina Horn. Lisa Sterle is the artist. Gab Contreras is the colorist. Apparatus Revolution is lettering design. Alright, so the story is about this detective named Tate. Tate was part of a cult, got out of it, and now is mostly focused on getting people out of cults and deprogramming them. Tate is hired by a person named Vera. Vera's brother was pulled in by the cult, and Vera wants their brother out. And of course, there's a thing between Vera and Tate, playing off the, the things you usually expect in kind of a femme fatale, detective noir type story. That's why I think it is interesting in this series. From the first, second, and third issue, it seems to be diving more and more into that like detective noir vibe. And I think it comes off strongest so far in the third issue. I haven't read the fourth issue yet, so I don't know if that one really dives into even more. But the third issue, I think, has got a lot of beats that you'd expect in that sort of story, and this kind of story as a whole. The ending, I think, is a little predictable. Some of the other things that are rather predictable, but it's still like really entertaining watching the wheels come off and things like go off the rails, kind of like you'd expect them to. And overall, like the issue, I think is an important one. Is we get the full understanding of Tate, their background, like what Tate experienced in this cult, and it's messed up. I think reviewing the first issue, I was like, there's a lot of BDSM, like this is not my thing. The BDSM looks like vanilla stuff when you get to this third issue. There's some very cultish, twisted things in here. But overall, like it's good. I think as a whole, Deprog to me is better as a whole. The series as a whole, the 3 issues are stronger together than each of the individual issues. Like, it's an entertaining, not sex-fueled, but there's some sexual tension fueled. I don't know, there's like this something underneath it. Detective story about this cult and the craziness of it. Overall, like, it's really interesting. The other thing that I think is kind of fascinating to me about this issue and the series as a whole, maybe the second and third, primarily the first, not as much as there is sex in it, but it's never exploitative. I think is what I was trying to think of when I reviewed the second issue. But I think the third issue, yeah, like it's a good way of describing it. Like, it doesn't focus on the sex, if that makes sense. Like, it's not one like. It's not a Skinamax film where it's we have a story, sex scene, let's really focus on that and go like hot and heavy at it. Like, it all feels somewhat natural and organic and like flowing into the story and making sense. So yeah, the third issue I think is rather predictable in far too many spots, but like overall, Deprog is an entertaining read so far. Like, I love detective stories. I'm kind of fascinated by cults a little bit. So the two together, like, are working really well. And the fact that I think the third issue really leans into the noir, like, traps and you know, those key moments that you'd expect and hit, and the, like, femme fatale stories and, like, those key moments that you expect to hit, and it does it all really well and entertaining. So, interesting. I'm really fascinated to see what the fourth issue brings and how this series wraps up. You can go get this. This is out in shops. We got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code, tell if a shop is near you. No shop, no problem. We have some links where you can purchase your own. There'll be affiliate links, so we do get a small percentage, and by doing that, you'll support our site. So thank you. I want to thank Dead Sky Publishing for hooking us up with the review copy, and thank you for watching. If you're into comics, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, Instagram, TikTok, Mastodon, Threads, Blue Sky, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those comics, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.